Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to discuss about biometrics and the impact of breach when a biometric is lost or shared across or is available with unauthorized users. Let's first understand what a biometric data is. A biometric data is something either physical or behavioral unique to an individual. Unlike a name which could be common with many individuals, biometrics are absolutely unique and verifiable to a particular person. They are recognizable and they establish the identity of that individual or that human being. Let's see some examples. Okay? First, most important example is fingerprints. We have been using our thumb impression for ages now. Right? Our grandparents used to bank and sign property documents through thumb impressions, stamps. Right? Facial recognition, which is being used very easily these days. Iris and retina scan, the scan of your eyes, which is not only required medically but has also been used for authentication now. Your voice recognition, people can recognize your voice, record your voice. Your DNA, your GAIT analysis, which is something new, but it is something which is extremely unique to the behavior of an individual. Where are these used? A fingerprint is used at multiple places. A very basic place where it has been in use for many years now is access control, either for attendance or for the building's access. Initially it was more for data center access, but now even the basic attendance in your organization, many organizations are still dependent on fingerprints. Your smartphone access. All smartphones, moment you set them up, they want your fingerprints. Why? You can unlock your phone without remembering the codes. Many applications, almost all applications these days support fingerprints, and even financial applications support your fingerprints. You don't need to remember your passwords and your codes. Law enforcement agencies need your fingerprints to identify and verify you if in case you match any other traits with a suspect in a criminal case. And your national ID is again verified through your fingerprints. In India you go with Aadhaar card, and Aadhaar authentication is done with your thumb impression or with either of your finger impressions. The next biometric that we are going to talk about is facial recognition. Facial recognition is the next step that is now being used for attendance in buildings and the access to something secure. Facial recognition is also being used at data center authentication. So you want to enter a data center, you need your facial recognition. Smartphone access is again unlocking the phone using applications, performing financial transactions, can all be done through facial recognition. In fact, many laptops also now do facial recognition or thumb impression recognition to log into the laptop itself. Airports, if you are facial recognition enabled, your boarding of flight and your security checks is much faster than other users. Right? So they are standing in queue waiting for their turn. And there are many retailers who do your facial recognition, capture your facial recognition and map it with your preferences of what you prefer to buy and your shopping habits, and start sending you offers around based on that. Right? And big data analytics, you get into a shop, the camera recognizes your face and quickly sends you a message on offers of things of your choice. Right? Iris and retina scan. Initially used for the scanning of your eye for your health purposes. Again, for security purposes, iris scans have been captured and are used, especially in the government buildings or military buildings, and patient healthcare records and identification. There are many advanced hospitals where the more sensitive areas, if you want access, then you need to authenticate through your iris scan. Right? You can also do high value financial transactions using your iris scans. Next is your voice recognition. Your voice can be recorded. It can be trapped in a customer service call centers. Your voice command devices like Alexa, Google Assistant, you keep talking to them throughout the day. Voice activated door locks and alarms. So that's another security thing that has come up, that your voice is being recognized to open the locks of critical areas. Though currently I think it is more being used for your own personal home and a bit in data centers. But then again, voice recognition is the next thing that is being used. So it's a valid biometric, and that helps adding a lot of security. The next one is DNA. DNA is largely used for genetic research, so that doctors can get you better medicines, personalized. These days they do take samples out of a newborn baby as well, and they are storing it so that if the baby has a disease when he grows up, then they can use those samples. DNA is also used for tracking your genealogy and your family history, paternity tests, etc., and during forensic investigations. GAIT analysis. This is a new thing. GAIT analysis is again used for security, for surveillance, to identify you in the cloud. It does not just capture your face or your iris scan or anything. It captures your behavior, your walking, the size of steps you take, the hand movement while you are walking, right? It helps a lot logically in healthcare because it can help you find out your movement disorders. It also helps sports people to improvise on their performance so that the trainers can guide them better on how big a stretch they can give to their body and help prevent injuries as well, right? So can they be breached? Yes. What is the impact of breach? They are irreversible. If your face mask has been created, 3D spoofing has been done, any application that does facial recognition, your mask can be utilized, right? And your facial recognition cannot be changed. Any of your biometrics cannot be changed. So once your biometrics are off, breached, then they are irreversible, and you can have a lot of trouble. There's a complete identity theft because you are not the one who is accessing those secure areas. Someone else is doing it for you. Whether it's using your fingerprint, whether it's using your iris scan, whether it's using your facial recognition. There's a lot of privacy violation because your sensitive information has been leaked. There's a social impact, which is loss of reputation. It will bring emotional impact also because you yourself personally be living a scared life that your biometrics are available to some bad elements. It can bring economic impact also directly if those biometrics have been used for some financial transactions. Difficult to revoke. You cannot go back and say, I want to change my facial recognition, my facial pattern, or I want to change the fingerprint of my thumb. That is not possible, right? You can change your passwords, you can change your codes, you can change your security questions, but not your biometrics. So you can't revoke that access back. Surveillance investigations can put you into a problem with leakage of this personally identifiable information. There are legal and regulatory issues. Both, in whichever way your biometric has been misused, you can get into a legal issue for sure. And advanced spoofing can give you 3D face masks and fingerprints, which can be dangerous for authentications and login into secure areas. And all of this is bound to bring emotional stress and anxiety. As a typical user, try and use facial recognitions or biometrics as less as possible until into a reliable, secure area. Until if you are working in a real secure area, try and see that the local grocery store does not capture your facial expressions, and if it does, then again you have consent management, you have privacy policy. You can deny him to use them, and you can have a contract or agreement signed where are they going to be used. You can go back legal, you go challenge people in the court, but remember, safety is better than going into the difficult things later. So be very safe and secure with your biometrics. This is what I had to tell you about how biometric is used and how a breach of biometric can expose your data publicly. If you like the content, press the like button. Give your feedback in the feedback section, in the comment section. And if you like my overall delivery of content, please subscribe to my channel for a regular update on new content that I am uploading. Thank you.